Well, good afternoon everyone and welcome back to Piccadilly Model Railways. So this video is all about some amazing gifts that I've received for Christmas, and I'm just so blown away and grateful. Now, just before I start to show you those, I bought this myself, and like so many people, I ordered it from quite a large retailer, only to have a message a few months ago saying that the order was cancelled because Hornby's allocation was slashed. So I then have a choice. Do I just not have one, or do I go direct to Hornby and pay a slightly inflated price, or do I trust that a local model shop will be able to get one? I decided to get it from Hornby, and I think the price then was slightly lower than what it is now. So I think it's gone up by another £20 since I bought this. I think I paid £199 for this, or around that sort of price. So some of you might be thinking there's been a few horror stories about these where people have received them and all smashed up around this area here, and this bit around the back here has been broken as well, as it's been smashed into the back of the thing there. I've had a look at it. It seems okay, but I will do a video on this in the next couple of days, so I won't say any more about it than that. But what I have also gone ahead and bought is sound. Now I've decided to go for TTS sound because it's just, you know, the price of some of these things is just getting a bit ridiculous really. So I've decided to go for this one, and yes, I've gone for an A4 one here. Reason for that is because I know some people are claiming to have W1 sound, but the real locomotive was scrapped a fair few years ago, and so was there a recording made from it? I don't know. Is it possible to take the recording from videos which are around? I don't know, maybe. But looking at forums as well, and people have said that the A4 would probably be fairly close because it was still designed by Sir Nigel Gresley. In fact, I think the tender is pretty much the same as what you would get on an A4 anyway. So what I've just decided to plump for that, and I think Graham at Lakeside has decided to go for an A4 as well. So that's that. So I'll be fitting that in the next video, so keep an eye open for that. Now, there are three amazing modelling gifts which I am just absolutely, you know, bowled over by. I'll zoom out a little bit. Now, this is just an amazing book. It really is. Weathering for railway modellers. So it goes through different sorts of locomotive and coach and wagons. So steam locomotives there. Just giving you loads of tips, you know, using the airbrush or hand painting them, whatever. But I'm just amazed by it. I really am. Yeah. So, oh, there's a 66 there. That's quite a filthy 66, I have to be honest. But, you know, I do weather my locomotives. Not all of them, but I do weather many of them. And sometimes I get it right and sometimes I don't. I try to follow photographs of the real thing, which I'll always continue to do. But something like this is going to be always invaluable. And looking at Tim from the Scrap Line and Richard from Everard Junction and a few other people like that who seem to be really good at weathering. You know, it's worth a watch of their videos if you're into weathering, that sort of thing. But anyway, that will come in absolutely brilliantly. All right, so that's that. And if you want to see the ISBN, that's that. Okay, so that's just absolutely fantastic. Now, this next one, it's not so much railway, but bus. I know. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's from a really dear friend, and they knew I went to Birmingham, and I made comments about, oh, I'd love one of those Rapido buses, and they went out and got me one. Now these are the Fleet line. Now I remember that all the buses were in this livery at the time, and I was at college in Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham Polytechnic, which was next to Aston University, where if you know the area, it's where the red and blue lifts were. I don't know whether they're still there now, but yeah, I used to go in every day. I lived out in Halesowen, and I think that was the one out West Way, going off towards Dudley, but also lived in Erdington, and then moved up to Sutton Coldfield, 2 places in Sutton Coldfield, and then finally ended up in Four Oaks, which is all the posh area of Birmingham there. So it was really, really lovely. Yeah, I remember travelling on these things, and I have to be honest, I grew to hate these buses. They were awful. I remember them well, and so I remember waiting at a bus stop, and when one of these turned up, I thought, oh no. And there was another one with a big like a lip that came over the top of the roof as well. I hated those two. They just looked awful. There was the Metro Camel buses. I like those, you know. So, but when I saw this, it just brought so many fond memories of being at college and all the mates there, and you know, and the things we did up there. It's just, so that is a brilliant reminder and a memento of those days at Polytechnic. Anyway, I think on this particular model, there is a wire that you can connect to a 9-volt battery, where the internal lights come on, upstairs, downstairs lights, and also the headlights I think come on, and the tail lights come on. I watched a video this afternoon about them. So yeah, there's that. So that's a gorgeous gift, this is. Now this next one has totally blown me away. A friend of mine came around earlier on, dropped this off, and then sadly had to go home. But look at that. Never in a million years would I expect this. I'm just amazed, and sound fitted as well. So that's the one it is. But it's just, you know, I'm just absolutely amazed by it. It's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is the new release as well, so you know, it must have cost an arm and a leg, but I'm just totally blown away by it. Totally. So anyway, I will do a video on this in the next couple of weeks. I don't want to forget the end gauge. Obviously, that's the main purpose of the channel. So I've got to do one on the W1, which is there. That will be the next video out in a couple of days. And then I need to go back to end gauge for a couple of times, a couple of videos, and then I'll slot this one in a couple of weeks, I think. But yeah, I'm just absolutely blown away by this. So massive thank you to people who've bought me these gifts. It's just brilliant. They're all local, of course, but friends and family. But yeah, just totally blown away by them. So I feel very blessed. Anyway, I hope you've had a lovely Christmas so far, and you've had some of the gifts of your dreams, if you like, and I'll look forward to seeing some other people's videos about things that they've received too. And anyway, I'll say bye for now, and take care of yourself. See you again.